I think I saw a collection that had 3 black and white images in it. All right, we're going to make a slideshow, Joe, of only 3 pictures. This will go very fast. I'm going to go to the slideshow. I am going to select the template we made that says birds flying. And if I remember, this is the one that said 5-second intervals, right? With 2-second dissolves.
I want to move somewhere.
Moves, yeah. You can hit the, you can put it down below. You can just close it by clicking on the dash.
Okay, now I see what you're doing.
Do you see? Here are the 3 pictures. And this is the Mason. This is the Mason that was 1 second, 0 crossfades, not filling the screen. This one here was the birds flying, full screen, and it had the 5 seconds. And what I want to do is, this is the one that had the music. It looks like the music's checked on. So if I just play this to test it.
It's going to go for 5 minutes and 48 seconds.
Is that what it said? No, I don't think so, because we didn't say fit the music. Let's see what happens. This is only the 3rd image. But this is why you want to play it. It's gone. 3 images, right? And it faded to black.
Yep.
Okay. So now, Joe, I'm going to take one little aside and watch this. This is going to be very obvious to you what's going to happen here. These are where they're always going to go, and then we're going to physically move them from the auto import, because if you remember, we have the auto import on. I think it was over here. I want to just check auto import. It says it's enabled, and I want you to look in the watch folder and put them in auto import. So, Joe, and I'm going to dump it in the watched folder. So this way it will automatically be watched and go right back into your Lightroom catalog. So it's going to go right in that watch folder. So watch what we're going to do here. We're going to go here. We've got the slideshow. We've checked it out. We like what we see. And so I am going to export this slideshow, right? So really simple. We picked it. We got our template. We tested it. If I wanted to, I could have chose the titles, but I'm going to export this now. And you want to export this at 1080. And I'm going to call this black and white winter. So if I do that, I'm going to not let it, instead of trying to figure out which one of these I'm going to put it in all the time, let's just put it in to the watched folder. Oh, can I see it here? D, Lightroom watch folder.
D.
Oh, there it is, Lightroom watch folder. And I'm going to open this. So look at where this is going to go. And we're going to call this black and white winter, and it's going into the watch folder. And I'm going to hit save. So now this is going to save these 3 pictures into a video that's going to be 1080 pixels high and 1900 pixels wide. And these 3 pictures may exceed the 10 megabyte limit of Comcast. But what's going to happen is this, Joe. I'm going to go back, and over here in this catalog, see this picture? If I look and tell Lightroom to go, because you probably know where they are, but go to the folder in Lightroom. These are all the pictures, like Mason's skate. When this video is done exporting, I want the video to be in the folder of the original photographs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so once this video is done, it's going to go in the watch folder, and Lightroom is going to take it and put it in auto import. So it goes right back into your catalog, and you're going to grab it and drag it from auto import to the proper folder. So in recap, we're just going to go to whatever slides we want to make a slideshow of. If it's a catalog, if it's quick, you can say, put it in the quick collection. I don't care. I'm going to grab these 17 photos. I'm going to go to the slideshow. I'm going to pick the flying birds and send this to Bob. I'm going to export it. I'm going to put it in the watch folder. Lightroom will, I think what we should be seeing right now with this watch folder, we should be seeing, see this? See these two?
Yeah.
They're not done yet, but they're being added. This is the timeline in Lightroom. So Lightroom is finishing up this video. When it's finished, it'll probably get rid of one of these. These are probably temporary. See, it says AAC and the other one is M. It's going to merge these together. I think one is the soundtrack, Joe, and one is the movie. When it's all done, Lightroom should swallow that up, and it should disappear there because Lightroom is watching this folder. It doesn't recognize this. It's all done. It goes to one. There it is. That's the video. And it disappeared. Why did it disappear? Because the watch folder was watching it. Now you could, I think it went into auto import, but look at this. Previous import, 1. There it is. And if you want, you can say, go to the folder in the library, and there it is. And if I click it and play it, so the only thing we need to do now is drag this into the appropriate folder, correct?
Right.
Because we went into that collection. We went into the collection, and I'm not sure where that was, Joe, but I do know that down here, right above the timeline, this little arrow says, well, here's all the places you were. Bolton Winter. All right, so if I go there, here are the 3 pictures, but that was the collection. I can just look at this, right mouse click it and say, hey, could you show me, because it's a collection, God knows where the folder is. And it says, well, there's the folder. All right, so it's in record, what was that, 159, Joe? It's a very small. Okay, so now if we just go ahead and get this one photo, or one, it was in record 159. Oh, do you remember which one it was? Snow, November. I'm going to take this and drag it right inside Snow November. Are you sure you want to move it? So what we did was this. We went to a collection and said, I love these 3 photos. I want to put music behind it and make a video. You go and pick out whatever duration, pick the music, and export it. And now I'm telling you, export it. And by the way, whenever you export now, it'll be the last place. So it should always show the Lightroom watch folder, right? So when that goes in, as soon as it's done, it jumps in the auto import, and then you take it and drag it into Mason. And you won't have to go and say, synchronize, find the folder, synchronize, I don't know where it went. This way, once your video is done, it'll always be in the watched folder. And all you have to do today, tomorrow, 3 days later, when you clean out your watch folder, or you clean out that and say, oh, I made the video. Let's take it and drag it. Now that I know where it is, which happens to be in record, again, I forget what it was, record Lightroom didn't forget.
Yeah.
Folder collection, was this it? Boston, Bolton, Snow?
159, yeah.
Okay.
But now you can go to WeTransfer.
That's right. If I double click this, I'm going to say, why don't you just show me in the Explorer where it is? Bingo. Hold this for a second because I need to go ahead and get WeTransfer. And when I go to WeTransfer, remember that other thing is WeTrans, WeTransfer.com. And we're going to say here, email to email. Once you do this once, it'll remember my email address. And slideshow. And then I'm going to go over here to my folder. Oh, here it is, the video, the black and white video. It's the one right at the top. See that? Because all I did was in Lightroom say, Lightroom, you know where the hell this is. Open it up for me. Okay, here it is. What do you want to do with it? Hold on a second. I need to go open up WeTransfer, and then I'm going to take this and slide it right over here. And 50 megabytes, 58 megabytes. Joe, I'm going to get this before we close this video in 4 minutes. And I'm going to have a full frame, high res. You see, upload, Joe, is 5 times slower than download. If this takes 50 seconds, I'm going to get it in 10 seconds while it's up there. So we just went around the world. You go into the collection, you get all those pictures from Mason Skating, you choose the best ones you want, put it in a collection, make the slideshow, pick the template, throw it in the watch folder. And again, you want to do it at the 1080. Once it's in the watch folder, it's going to be taken into the auto import, and you're going to slide it into the correct folder. And then if you want to send it someplace, tell Lightroom to open it up. I got it, Joe. Look at this. I got it already. I'm going to share my whole screen, and I go to my email. You see my email screen?
Yeah.
And in the email screen, a little editing, WeTransfer, Joe Andy Oreo, send files. Get your files. Are you ready for this? Your download is started. I think it's done, really. Show in folder. Look at it, it's 59, Joe. And if I take this and I'm going to open with QuickTime Movie. No, I should stop that whole thing on myself. And look at this is just huge, but QuickTime Movie can say view normal size. Look at this is how big this goddamn thing is. Look how sharp it is. I'm going to say view fit the screen. Look, this is beautiful. It may be choppy on your end because of the technology, but this is zooming out, slow transition, zooming in. That's a nice piece of music.